everyone! Welcome back to another episode of Luigi's Mansion! In the last episode, we got a fire element, so then we can breathe fire out of our vacuum. We caught some more ghosts, and I just got hit by another thing because I'm dumb. And we learned how to play music, like the beautiful, beautiful Luigi we are. Anyway, in this room, we are going to want to go first to the China. I totally was not looking at the screen, so slipping on that banana was actually an accident there. Believe me, it was. Anyway, we want to go to this China cabinet and ruffle its jimmies! And look at more money! Blah, blah, blah. And we get another emerald. I think that's actually our... Yeah, that's our second one. It shows it literally on the screen. I don't know what I'm talking about. Anyway, so as you can see, there is a fat guy eating this room. I wanted to get rid of that tablecloth. I'll tell it what for. I'll tell it who's boss. So I will admit, this is actually one of the harder ghosts to defeat in this game. What we want to do is light the fire on these candles, and it makes it so we can now see him without having to scan him. If we then start sucking up the food here, there's these two waiter ghosts that all of a sudden panic, because you'll see why. Oh, come back here. Freaking out so bad. I've actually never seen them freak out this bad. You know what? Depth perception, please! And then they just nudge me out of the way! No! Please! I'm sucking at this so bad, actually. Okay, wait for him to show up. Okay, depth perception again. I love how Luigi switched facing whatever direction he needs to be, and just totally screwed me out of getting that ghost. Excuse you? Pardon you very much. Get in my vacuum. Alright, now from here, this is actually pretty easy, actually. I gotta change that so that doesn't turn off so quickly. If we use our vacuum and suck, I said we use our vacuum and suck, there we go. We'll suck up his food, and then he'll become extremely pissed off at us. Eventually. There we go. I'm just gonna be quiet for this. So this game came out in 2001, right? I was 7 at the time. I was the only one good at playing this game in my entire family. And then I ran into this guy, and it terrified the living crap out of me. Those noises haunt my dreams. Alright, once he gets tired enough after spitting enough fireballs at you, it is time to go to town on his behind. And he is such a strong ghost, it's actually really hard to defeat him, I've noticed. Also, I'm not in a good position. I don't want to be here. I don't wish to have my life expulged out of my body. Please, 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 thank you. And we got him. Alright, and I believe this is money. It's money! Look at that! I called it. Alright, I'm trying not to rattle any of the furniture while I get this. There we go. And we got a diamond. First diamond we've actually ever seen. I'll let some of the minor cash get away, but oh well. And yes, that means you do have to rattle some of the furniture that's, or I guess the objects that are on the table. It's actually a little bit difficult. Gamboo! I'm fancy, I'm number 1! That's the boo that got away from me. Bowser, you got another one! You're cruising, Luigi. Yeah, that's the boo that got away from me in the last episode, actually. Be careful, Luigi. Alright, and I actually don't know how long this episode's been going on. I can't imagine it's been going on terribly long, but No, 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 no. Back here, please. Get in the vacuum. Get in my section. So what's really interesting about catching these boos is I don't really use the control stick a whole lot. Or not the control stick, I don't use the C stick a whole lot to try and capture these boos. Funny enough. Alright, let's go into the next room. Ooh, what? More money! This is the most golden mice I have actually seen in this game so far, interestingly enough. Please don't let me get smacked in the face by a pan while I'm in a cutscene, because that's a thing that happens. Alright. And I believe... he's in the dishwasher! And yes, if you get smacked by a pan while you're trying to suck up that sweetie spirit, you will lose him. So be very careful about that. Alright, and I think we got all of them that we need. Let's go ahead and bang on this cupboard. Oh, there's a poison mushroom! Run! It went underneath the floor, I think. God dang it. I'm gonna suck up just all the pans here. I do get a gem for setting that on fire! I love how this game is literally throwing me left and right hooks all the time now. I think I know what I need to do. I just don't want to do it. And I still get hit by the door. And suck him up. That's actually like really hard to get that. It's really hard to get that fridge door open. Also, I love how that door has just been perpetually on fire. Just don't mind it. It's dead. And we got, you guessed it, a water element thing. And now we can get the water elements and vacuum them up, and we're gonna need them. And look at that. Also, water purifying properties. Don't get too caught up in your spirit gun or spirit fun or whatever. Anyway, we need this. Thank you for the water. More money. I love how there's just so much money. While we're waiting for that to go away, I'm going to try and find this boo. Because that fire does take a little bit of time to go away. No, that's a bomb. Nope, come on. Is that it? Yeah, it is. Boy, howdy, I'm Booligan. Are you... That's bad. Booligan. I'm back. Yep. And rear back in. Unbelievable. There's no stopping you, Luigi. Be careful. Yeah, we still haven't found Mario. That's a funny thing. Alright, so let's go in here. Let's find out what we can do. Now, it doesn't look like we're able to do a whole lot. But if we spray water on this puppy, he gets really mad at us and he charges you over and over. Please don't eat my giblets. Let's head over. No, I don't want it. Okay, I think he needs to come after us for a little while at least. I don't want it. So once he's chased after us enough, Mr. Bones, fear the little dirt and the blah 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 and... Ow. Oh, no, no, get off me! I've actually never been attacked by the dog before. It's always been this guy that's been a pain in the butt. But if we suction him up enough, he will drop a bone. And surprise, surprise, the dog wants the bone. Alright, hopefully we'll be able to get this guy in one suction as well. He ran behind a sign. His worst decision ever. And what's really interesting about this is he goes right back to doing it again, even though he knows that'll expose his heart at this point. You would think he would know, oh hey, if I go back to that bone, I'm going to be like, oh, I'm screwed. Anyway, this is shiny back here. Obviously, that means we must scan it with our camera. And come into here. So once we come into here, you can kind of tell that the graveyard is not a sad place per se, but it's spooky. It's a graveyard. That one? Yep. Oh, come on! That happened last time, too. He just followed me until he hit me. Move, 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 move. Sadly, I can't get these guys all in one. That would be awesome, though, if I could. No, okay, I thought I was going to get hit in the face with a bone there. There we go. And as you can tell, this is a boss room because it dropped a 50 heart. Or a 50% heart, or whatever you want to call it. We have already gotten to the Area 2 boss. I'm surprised I've gone through this game as quickly as I have. I've only been recording for like an hour and 15 minutes. There, give or take. Just like before, we get pulled into another dimension. Welcome to the Area 2 boss fight, the one that I did not understand as a kid, and what exactly to do. So what we want to do is we want to suck up these giant balls, stick him with the giant ball juice, and try and suck him up. This boss is actually incredibly hard to get because he breaks free so easily. Now the interesting thing here is that he does show his shadow whenever there's lightning going off. There he is, in the corner, where I can't see him. Let's get him again. As you can see, he gets really complicated really quickly. And he actually can summon all sorts of these guys, which is really a pain in the butt. Now, I believe the bigger the balls... oh, he teleported away. I hate this guy. I hate this boss. This boss is actually super difficult. See, like, look how quickly he got away. Even though I was doing damage to him, he was still like, oh, I'm free. So actually, you might be better off with small balls here. Either way, something that gets him off. Like I said, this boss is actually pretty difficult for me anyway. It might be a better idea to get the smaller balls, but I think it makes it so he gets out of what your vacuum quicker, or the vacuum suction. But anyway, they are quicker to suck up and get onto them. But with that, we've already defeated the Area 2 boss and gotten a key! Luigi, can you hear me? Good to hear you're still okay. I lost signal when that lightning struck. That was some battle you had there. Why don't you come back to the lab? What, you think the lightning damaged the Poltergust 3000? Don't worry about it. Even if the lightning had cooked your goose, your Poltergust 3000 wouldn't even have a scratch. Good job, Luigi. You made it back in one piece. Looks like you've got a vacuum full of ghosts there. Would you say we put them through the old ghost portrification? The word, the phrase I cannot say. The ghosts are invisible, so we need to press them into visible forms. Blunk. And presto, turn them into beautiful ghost portraits. One of these is going to be a bronze. Gold on them. Gold on that. And yes, this does take quite a while. Gold on her. Bronze on Fatso. Silver on the dog. Well, we managed to turn those ghosts back into paintings. Thanks for your help, Luigi. And just get through this real quick. There we go. 9 ghosts total. And our money total comes to 7,800,000 and... oh no, way even more than that. 24,035,000 G. And let's go ahead and save. Anyway, I should probably call it here for this episode. I think I've been going a tad bit long. Either way, if you guys enjoyed this episode of Luigi's Mansion, hit the like button. If you'd like to see more, subscribe. Either way, my name is Thowan, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye! I may get another pick unrelated. Oh, okay. 100.
Yep. Alright, so see? I hate, like, the bomb Pikmin just don't want to squish together.
They don't like this squish together like nope.
I'll be honest here. When I was playing this when I was really young, when the game first came out, this part scared me. That fire just scared me. It made me jump. I was like, oh my god. Oh, amazing. What a spectacle. Is this a new show of ours? You guys are great. Whoever hired you needs praise.